Live from New York, this is WIUR Radio.
What is up? What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Jack and Eddie Show. First, want to give a shout out to the WIUR Radio, this channel you're watching this on, for its 800th subscriber. With that being said, today we will be talking very briefly for the Giants and Eagles game tonight, and then a long rant on the Yankees. Let's just say a brutal rant is coming up.
Incoming.
Jack, if you want to take it away with the Giants.
Yeah, welcome back to episode 4. Giants take on the Eagles at MetLife tonight at 8:15. Just some keys to the game I got. If the Giants want any chance, they're going to have to limit the turnovers. They're going to have to try to find a way to stop Saquon Barkley. Overall, Giants are 1-4. Eagles are 4-1. It's not looking too good for Big Blue. So my prediction, Eagles win, and we'll see if the Giants can maybe have a fighting chance.
Yeah, I mean the Giants came off a really bad loss to the Saints, and
Terrible.
The Eagles actually just came off a pretty bad loss too. They did not play great football last week. The Eagles, I think that they obviously are going to destroy the Giants. I don't have any faith in the Giants. I do think maybe if they have like some momentum, I think the only chance the Giants have is getting on them early. And like you said, limiting the turnovers, I think needs to happen. They turn the ball over way too much between Scatterboo and Dart, and then even guys like Slayton, who's dropped so many balls last week.
He's not even playing tonight.
Yeah, good. He stinks. So I think that the Giants have to. I think they have a chance. It's at home, maybe. But
Dart's gonna have to just play.
It's gonna have to be if they want to win this game. The Giants defense is gonna have to hold the Eagles to like 17.
It's not an easy task.
It's gonna have to be a 2017 win.
It's not an easy task
at all. Not at all.
But that brings us to our New York Yankees.
Yes, and
16 years now without a championship. 16 years.
16. It's like one of the I think top 3 longest droughts ever. I'm just gonna get right into it. That was a very pathetic showing that they just put on. A best of 5 series against Toronto.
3-1 to the Jays in the ALDS. Yeah. Basically everyone besides Aaron Judge and Cam Schlittler. I mean, you can't blame Judge here. Judge actually performed in the postseason.
He had his postseason.
He played well. But I mean, what I'm gonna say is last year was a disappointment, but this year was a complete failure.
100%. I mean, it's amazing to me. I mean, how like my mood could change when my sport team doesn't when they're just not good, and that's what happened last night, man. That they lost that, so I'm not even gonna talk about the first 2 games in Toronto because those were the 2 most pathetic performances I've ever seen in my life. Luis Gil and Max Fried both don't even get out of the fourth inning. 2 absolute disgraceful pitching performances. A couple of the only manager decision that I really was shaking my head about was game 1 during Toronto, where Luke Weaver got put into a 2-1 game. You can't do that. You saw against the Red Sox, he had nothing, and Toronto is a 30 times better team than Boston. So you shouldn't have put Weaver in there. I mean, try to put someone else in, I guess. I mean, I know you're kind of limited, but Luke Weaver being in that game in that situation was just a nightmare. And that just leads to game 3, we win, and then game 4, another brutal game where it was a close game, 2-1 for most of the game, and then Jazz Chisholm is just my sole reason for why we lost that game.
He
I mean,
blew
you
that.
can't make that error in that situation.
No.
And
Should have been out of the game.
all year, kind of, I've been letting it go a little bit because he had a pretty good year, but he was not a good in the field this year. Whether it was some like bounce throws he has to like Volpe at short, turning double plays, whether it's Volpe throwing it to Jazz and then he airmails it and it goes flying over the
Yeah.
first baseman's head. He really underperformed defensively this year. Offensively, he was good. I mean, he had his moments too where he just looked horrible, but he's gotta work defensively, I think, in this offseason. And yeah, it was really bad what I saw out of him last night.
Yeah. I mean, I just keep going back to 2024. Like, it's just the Yankees, they would have gotten swept without Judge and coming
Mhm.
through that game 3. But
Yeah.
at the same time, like, you can't lose a division series after like
No.
after 2024. Like, you just can't go out like that.
And to go out like you just said, like that. Like if
Can't
if
go
it
out
was
like
if it was close games, I would have felt a little more like okay, like this sucks, but like it is what it is.
What the hell happened in
But
Toronto?
I don't that was really bad what happened in Toronto, man. They just got absolutely crushed. And
Really hard watch. Really,
Yeah.
really hard watch
It
for Yankee
was.
fans. And people want to point the finger at someone. People are quick to want to fire, coaching staff like Aaron Boone. But like, I don't really blame Boone. I don't.
No. This is the first time.
I don't think he should be fired.
I don't necessarily think he should be fired either. I think he won't be fired because he's like the puppet. And last night after the game, A-Rod and Derek Jeter, former Yankees, both called out the Yankees. Aaron Boone's not making some of these decisions, man.
No.
It's so clear that Aaron Boone's the puppet there, and that's just what it is. These decisions are coming from the higher up, and the fact that, like, I think these, like, especially last night with A-Rod and Jeter calling the front office out, I think fans are gonna start being a little crazy to them,
Yeah.
as they should be. We're the New York Yankees. We're supposed to be in it every year, and
Especially with our payroll.
yeah, and we just keep like failing in the postseason year after year after year after year after year.
Yeah.
Last year we finally get to the World Series and we lost. The Dodgers were the better team, but
Yeah.
at least we got there.
I don't consider that year a failure.
it
I
was
consider
just
that more of a
disappointing.
disappointment.
I mean, let me just read you
This
these
year is a
batting
failure.
averages. Let me read you these batting averages from the postseason. Aaron Judge batted .500, right? Trent Grisham, our leadoff hitter, who I will be getting into later in this episode a little bit, he batted .138 with 10 strikeouts. Cody Bellinger, he had like a decent postseason, but still .214. Anthony Volpe, .192. This man had 16 strikeouts in 26 plate appearances.
he was 11. He had 11 strikeouts in his last 15 at bats during that ALDS.
Just think about
series.
that. In 26 at bats, this man struck out 16 times. 16.
That's insane. Unacceptable.
This man's not a major league player.
What are we gonna do about it?
Giancarlo Stanton batted .192. With only 6 strikeouts, so the strikeouts weren't there. He was hitting the ball hard, some at bats just right to them. He was a major disappointment. Austin Wells, with the most, like, I'm doing like here with the at bats. So most at bats wise, he had the second highest batting average, .227.
Mhm.
That's pathetic. The second highest batting average.
You're not gonna win games.
No,
it's not how you win games.
Not at all. Jazz Chisholm batted .182. Ben Rice batted .222, but he was disgraceful in the first 2 games against Toronto. Terrible. Ryan McMahon, .286. But he only had 14 at bats. You live with that for Ryan McMahon. And then the rest are just like bench players, like Ahmed Rosario. He had a good postseason when he got called upon. Goldschmidt, same there. Cabby didn't really get much at bats, and even a guy I wish played more, Dominguez. Last night comes into game down 5-1 and just hits a double, dude. This guy has to be in the starting lineup next year, and I agree. It's crazy to me how they lost that game last night. Cam Schlittler, gave up 2 runs. He didn't look as good as he did against
No.
against Boston. But what I liked from him was he was getting contact outs. He wasn't he wasn't getting hit hard. Even the runs in the first inning, he gave up a couple bloop jobs. The only mistake he had that night was that 0-2 pitch in the first inning to Vlad. That can't be in the zone, and he left it in the zone. But other than that, he pitched really good, Cam Schlittler.
Yeah, I mean, you can't blame him. I mean, and you can't even expect like that much out of him. If any, I'm very pleased with what I saw from Cam Schlittler.
Mhm.
I thought he was terrific in the postseason.
Yeah.
He outperformed Fried and Rodon.
Yeah.
bro.
You see, this team. It was hard for me to picture this team this year winning a World Series. In the beginning of the year,
Yeah.
I thought losing Cole early was really tough. And then even Fried came early in the season, was like, all right, this guy could be, he could be that guy to replace Cole this year. And he pitched great. That last start in Toronto was, like I said, it was embarrassing,
Yeah,
honestly.
it's pathetic.
You got to tip your caps to the Blue Jays.
Yeah, Vlad.
They played really good. I mean, they
Vlad was
were
raking.
Vlad, but not even him. I mean, you got guys like
Everyone.
Ernie Clement. The guy couldn't get out.
Yeah,
It was sad.
they showed up.
They have this offseason is going to be really key because you're running out of time now with this team. Judge is getting up there in age. Cole's getting up there in age. Stanton's getting up there in age. Those three are your main three. That's your focus right there.
Yeah.
That's your focus, and you these guys. The window is running at short. There is about 2 to 3 years left, in my opinion, for this window, and
Aaron Judge, he's no spring chicken either.
yeah,
It's like
no,
you guys
exactly.
are getting older.
These guys are getting older, and the window's closing. They gotta win now. With that being said, we're gonna just run a quick ad break, and we'll be right back.
This is WIUR Radio.
Hi, I'm Morgan Beastie from the Ionian, and I hope you're enjoying today's show. Are you looking for the latest scoop on campus news, sports, and more? Check out the Ionian, Iona University's very own award-winning student newspaper. We keep you up to date with everything happening on and off campus. Want to know about the big game, the latest campus event? It's all in the Ionian. Join the conversation. Read, write, and get involved. Visit www.theionian.org or pick up a copy around campus. Stay informed, stay connected. Now, back to WIUR, Iona University Radio.
Welcome back. So free agency is a key component here in the Yankees rebuild. So Cody Bellinger, he's a free agent. Paul Goldschmidt, free agent. Trent Grisham, free agent. Luke Weaver, free agent. Devin Williams, also free agent. So this is going to be a completely different team in 2026. That's the reality of it.
I mean, some of those guys will be back.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, there's a lot. There
should be a new team.
There should be. I think if it's in the Yankees' best interest if they want to win.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we have a list of free agents here.
Before we just get there, those names you just named who are on the team that will be free agents. Bellinger is a definitely must resign guy.
Must resign.
He's a guy you must resign. Goldschmidt, he probably won't be back.
No, he's not going to be back.
I'll skip Grisham just for a second. Weaver and Devin Williams, you got to bring back. I think they not Weaver. He didn't perform in the postseason, but you could still bring him back because he has shown things.
Yeah.
And Devin, listen, as bad as he was in some parts of the season, he really impressed me this postseason. And even throughout the end of the regular season, he had that changeup and that fastball that were just unhittable. But that being said, with Grisham, I don't want him back, dude. I mean, listen, he was a guy, again, he had a great year for us, 34 home runs, around 70-something RBIs, but the batting average was low. He did walk. He's a good center fielder, but you just have two really young guys. Like, Dominguez should be playing, and even Spencer Jones has to be called up soon, you know?
That guy
So
rakes.
so those are two guys that have to be playing soon. And Trent Grisham, I think his the Yankees idea of if they were gonna re-sign him or not was due to this postseason. He failed, dude.
Yeah.
He failed like just as much as Volpe. He was terrible. He struck out looking twice last night on pitches that were right down the middle.
Yeah.
What are you looking at? I don't know if he's
It
got to
was
shave
sad.
that mustache because that's one ugly mustache. I don't know what he's got to do, but that you got to be better
Yeah.
than that. You got to be better than that.
No, of course. I mean, like you were saying, Jason Dominguez, I think he needs to be given a
Mhm.
chance out in center, just like how they had faith in Anthony Volpe.
Yeah,
Why can't they have
exactly.
faith in Jason Dominguez?
Because he's much better than Anthony Volpe.
By far. I mean, he's a switch hitter. He rakes. The guy
No.
brings more value to the team than Anthony Volpe. I mean,
Yeah, and then
it's- I just think he needs to be given a chance next year, and I think it's very likely that we could see him starting in center.
100%. And my second thing before we go into the free agents, because we're just starting to talk about him, Anthony Volpe, man. It's hard for me because like we've said multiple times on this podcast, I want to like him.
Yeah.
He should not. I won't watch baseball if he's the starting shortstop for our team next year. He's just not a good baseball player. And it stinks to say maybe he could have a good career somewhere else. Maybe if he gets sent down for a month or two just to like learn the fundamentals again. Dude, the way he swings the bat sometimes when he's striking, it's like he's playing tennis.
I know he
He doesn't swing.
He was in between. He was doing check swings, chasing.
And then it's
pitches
like,
outside
and
the
then
zone.
it's terrible because I'm laughing at the TV. This guy's swinging 3 bats on the on deck circle last night because he's so late, and then he still strikes out.
Yeah.
It's just he cannot be the starting shortstop, and I'm not going to keep saying it over and over again. Like Cashman, Steinbrenner, that you went from Derek Jeter to Didi Gregorius, which was like, okay, we'll see how that works. It worked out. Didi was amazing
Didi
for us.
was great. I miss Didi.
It was amazing for us. And then this guy, Anthony Volpe, you've missed out on so many free agent shortstops because of this kid. Trey Turner, one. Willie Adames, another one. Oh, Anthony Volpe could be like that. Anthony Volpe stinks. He
horrible.
stinks. Defensively, he was great in this postseason, but throughout the year, he was horrible. Horrible. Defensively.
Pathetic.
Hitting wise, listen, I don't want to say, I mean, this is what they all say. You know, he has his at-bats. He's 1 month really hot. Dude, this guy has never in 3 years now. His batting average has never been above 230.
Yeah.
He's not a major league batter right now.
No.
He should have been sent down, and this is where pride gets in the way. Cashman, Boone, all these guys are just like, nah, he's my shortstop. Like
They have too
he'll be
much
good.
faith.
He's not. You can't have faith in that. That's
No.
not a New York Yankee thing. If Mr. Hal Steinbrenner, George Steinbrenner was alive, this would never be happening.
Yeah.
Never be This guy would have been traded.
He's had so many years to develop and mold into this shortstop that
Terrible.
they think he's going to become. And his
Terrible.
he's so inconsistent. He's horrible.
He's horrible. You're right.
I mean, he just can't.
He's horrible.
After this year,
I'm done with him.
No.
He should not be our starting shortstop going into next year.
I actually had a little bit of faith going into this postseason, thinking like, hey,
I mean,
if
his first at bat was a solo home run against Crochet, and then he
Yeah.
didn't do nothing after that.
I had my hopes high.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, if Anthony Volpe can maybe swing the bat here, we know his glove is obviously inconsistent, but if he can make some good quality at bats
Yeah,
and be a good bat
And
in
that's
this
key
lineup,
word, quality, because
Quality.
he had no quality at bats.
no,
Like, I don't care if you strike out. At least if you're like looking like good up there, take some pitches, foul some balls off and strike out. It's like, all right, you had an at bat. He has no at bats. It's like 3 balls, you're out, go back to the dugout.
I mean, after watching him strike out 11 times in his 15 at bats against Toronto, that kind of seals the deal for me.
Just
I
think about this. Throughout just the whole postseason, in 26 at bats, he had 16 strikeouts. 16. That's more
Horrifying.
than half of your at bats.
That's a horrible. I mean, that's just horrible. I mean,
He had more strike. So look, 16 strikeouts, right? So 10 other at bats. 10 other at bats he had that postseason that were not even hits, mind you. Not even hits. He had 1 home run. He maybe had like 4 hits on the postseason. I could look real quick. Let me look at this.
You
real
can't believe in a guy like this. Is the bottom line. You just cannot believe
He
in a guy
had
like Anthony
5
Volpe.
hits. So 5 hits in 26 at bats. 16 of those other at bats, strikeouts. So think about that. Minus the hits. 16 of his 21 outs that postseason. And yeah, that was quick math. 16 of the 21 at bats. Outs. I mean, strikeouts.
Strikeouts. Not
Unbelievable.
not even making contact.
Unbelievable, that is. Unbelievable. You can't
Horrible.
even make those stats up.
No.
Can't even make them up.
It sucks. We want to root for him, but me and Eddie have made our final decision.
Yeah.
We don't believe in you, Anthony Volpe.
If you want to read some of the free agents for the next
Yeah.
upcoming years.
So I think free agency is going to be huge for the New York Yankees. So first off, we have Luis Arias. He plays first and second. He's playing for the Padres. This guy's a contact hitter. I think he would be great actually on the Yankees. First base with Bellinger could get a little tough, but Bellinger we could always put in left and have Arias at first. Even Jazz, he could move around too, maybe to third, put him at second. There's a lot of different ways you could go with Luis Arias, but he's a phenomenal contact hitter. He only had 21 strikeouts in 675 plate appearances. So
yeah, just one of those guys. Yeah, he didn't bat 300 this year.
no,
But no one bats 300 anymore unless you're a top superstar.
unless you're Aaron Judge.
This guy had 21 strikeouts. 21 strikeouts in 675 plate appearances.
That's why I read that.
Anthony Volpe, 16 strikeouts in 26 plate appearances. Think about
Incredible.
that.
Mind blowing.
Think about that. And this guy is a major league player. Unbelievable. But go on. Sorry.
No, all good. Arias, one of the best hitters in the game. You know, I think he would fit very well with the Yankees. You know, we need someone who could get on base.
100%.
He carries a 232 average in 14 career playoff games. He hasn't had an extra base hit in the postseason since 2019, but he'll have another chance to show what he can get done under the brightest lights before becoming a free agent. That leads us next to JT Realmuto at the catcher's position. Do you want to get into that?
Yeah, I mean, I just jot down some of these guys here just to see guys who I don't think the Yankees really are gonna go out and get JT. I was just naming some of the free agents, but his offense has declined a couple past seasons. You know, I'm not even gonna get into his stats. He has pretty good postseason numbers. Another guy, the guy on our team, Cody Bellinger, who we already talked about, is a must sign.
You have to re-sign him. No doubt.
Bo Bichette is a guy I will talk to about because there's a couple shortstop free agents next year that I would be a little interested in. He's one of them.
He would be a great Volpe
replacement. He's
no doubt.
terrible in the field, but I could replace that kind of with if he's not a good fielder. I'm gonna be straight honest with you, but he hits. He hits. He had let me see this real quick. He had second in AL in hits this year, 181. He's a guy who gets hits, and that's a guy who you could just lead off next year.
Yeah. He's got speed too.
The other guy that I wouldn't be a problem with, the only 2 shortstops is Trevor Story. Both guys in the division. Go get one of those guys. Yeah. Go get one of those guys because those 2 impact your team immediately. I don't want to hear about Volpe again.
Nope.
Go get one of these guys. Go get them. Steal them from Toronto.
Absolutely.
Steal them from Boston.
Yeah.
Do it.
I love that move. Absolutely.
Do it.
We need a good leadoff guy.
Yeah.
I mean, Grisham, after that postseason, I don't know what he's gonna be like.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like him in the leadoff spot at all.
No.
So Bichette, I love. Story, I love. I would lean more towards Bo Bichette.
I think I would too. Just because I feel like they both have their injury histories. Bo Bichette's still young though, and Trevor Story had a really good year this year, but you're not promised that next year. Bo Bichette, is gonna have if not a great year, a decent year, and his decent year is a good year for Volpe. So
yeah.
Next, a couple of other guys I just have on the list that maybe in like 100%, maybe in like a fairy tale world. Alex Bregman, I don't think he would sign with the Yankees. I don't think the Yankees would really go after him. I think they're set in stone for a year or two with McMahon. Listen, McMahon's a guy who's gonna hit you 20 home runs a year, terrible batting average, but all elite glove.
Oh man,
All elite
I mean,
glove.
his fielding is something else. I mean,
Yeah.
he's art to watch him
Uh-huh.
play third
Yeah.
base. But obviously, it makes up for the struggles at the plate.
Yeah.
But unlike someone we know, Anthony Volpe, I
Yeah.
mean, he can't do either. I mean, it's
know.
kind of like I don't know.
And some pitchers I also want to say, just to give them a little shout out in case they go starting pitchers, is a guy like
Yeah.
Dylan Cease, Lucas Giolito, and Michael King. Michael King's I would like to see bring back, even if it's
Yeah.
for like a short reliever again. He was great with us. Those are three guys. I don't think they're really going to get a starting pitcher because they're going to have two starting pitchers come back next year in Cole and Clark Schmidt. And I don't think their rotation is something to worry about. A DH move, which I would really like this guy because he's been great, is Kyle Schwarber, but there's just no room for him on our team, with
Yeah.
Stanton as
We
a
got
DH.
Stan.
Can't have two automatic just DHs. Bullpen guys, Robert Suarez, another guy, Gleyber Torres in the field. But this is the number one free agent outside of Bo Bichette that needs to be right away, day one. Give him to him, Kyle Tucker.
Yeah.
Kyle
Huge.
Tucker is a beast. We almost traded for him this year. We got Cody instead, which was great. Cody
Yeah,
had a great
good
year,
move.
better year than Kyle Tucker, I think.
Smashes.
But
lefties.
Kyle Tucker is a generational hitter. He's one of those guys who will impact this team. I think he'll shine under the bright lights. We've seen it in Houston. He had an off year this year with the Cubs, but that's a tough ballpark to play in.
Yeah.
I think this guy would hit 40 home runs with us. I think he's a two. He would bat like two in the 260, 280 range, if not 300. This guy is a guy who you put in front of Aaron Judge, behind Aaron Judge, he's gonna do damage.
He's a generational bat.
He's a generational bat, and this is just my dream team I have for next year. First, you want to
Yeah.
just we're gonna just do these quick little two heads before we go into that. Yeah.
So, interested in having your voice heard? Interested in hosting a show on WIUR? Email our president, Robbie Basil, or come by the station and we will help you get started. Have an event you want to promote? Reach out to us or stop by the studio so we can help you and your club get an ad with us here at WIUR. Shout out to our next show of the week, Iona Gals. Make sure to check their show out every Friday at 11, only on WIUR radio.
There you go.
All right. But
So
yeah, Kyle Tucker would
yeah,
be amazing.
amazing.
I just wanted to say
yeah,
he would be great. Short porch. Everything. I would love to see him in pinstripes.
yeah. No.
But go on. Let's hear Eddie's
So
dream
this
lineup.
is my lineup for next year. This just includes two free agents. I'm gonna be a little realistic.
Yeah.
But I mean, I look at this team and I have faith. Batting first, I would at shortstop Bo Bichette. Batting second in left field, I'd have Kyle Tucker. Batting third in right field, I'd have Aaron Judge. Batting fourth at first base, Cody Bellinger. Batting fifth, DHing Stanton. Sixth, catching Rice/Wells. Because listen, I didn't lose faith in Wells, but I think, but if Rice could become a better catcher in the offseason, I think that's where he is. Because
Yeah.
I think he's a terrible first baseman, Ben Rice.
Yeah, he's not. Good.
And I don't think you can't have him DH with Stanton. So I have Rice and Wells, whatever, flip flop, batting sixth. Seventh, I have Jazz at second. Eighth, I have Dominguez in center, and ninth, Ryan McMahon. And then that's just that right there is a lineup that I feel confident in.
And
It's a little more balanced. There's not all those lefties in a
yeah,
row.
I was gonna say
You have
righty,
kind of
lefty.
in the middle. You could, if you put in the Rice, Jazz, Dominguez, you could put a lefty in that lane and then McMahon, because that's basically 4 lefties in a row.
You got a healthy balance here, right?
Yeah,
lefty.
no, exactly.
Not to mention the bench. You got Wells, Waldo on the bench,
Mhm.
Cabby.
Yeah.
Those are 3 solid guys. I
And
mean,
then any
especially
like right-handed outfielder, just put him
Yeah.
on the bench. You just a guy who could play the field, hit against lefties.
Yeah.
You know?
a healthy Oswaldo's key. Here, too,
Yeah,
you know?
he's a guy who could play everywhere.
I'm excited to see him come back.
Yeah, no, I really am. He was a guy who just, helps the team in a lot of ways, and not a great hitter, not a terrible
No.
hitter. Better than Anthony
He'll-
Volpe.
He'll come, he'll come through, when he
Yeah.
has to. A great utility guy as well. Good glove.
Yeah, and then this is the thing I'm really looking forward to going into next year is our rotation. If all is healthy, knock on wood. You got Cole, Fried, Schittler, Rodon, Luis Gil. Best rotation in baseball. There's not even a close second.
Not at all.
Not a close second.
Garrett Cole being back and healthy, I'm looking so forward to that. I
Yeah.
mean, we know, as much as we just said Fried and Rodon, they
Mhm.
struggled in the postseason. We know what they're capable of.
Yeah.
So I'm
I'm excited to see a full Cam Schleitler season.
yes.
I'm excited to see a Luis Gil season, because he didn't even have a full season. And then you still even have a guy like Will Warren and Clark Schmidt, who proven themselves. I think Warren next year could be a bullpen guy for us, work his way back to a starter.
Yeah.
And Clark's gonna be out a little longer to start the year. He'll probably be back by All-Star break, maybe a little after, recovering from Tommy John. And then my bullpen, I don't have a whole 13 out of the bullpen, but these are just some key names I'd have. Cruz, Devin Williams, Weaver, Duval, Bendar, Hill, have Warren in the bullpen, and then add a couple guys, add like 2 more good bullpen pitchers. And yeah, but that's what I want.
I totally agree. I mean, this is a great lineup here. Number
Yeah.
one, and obviously the strength here is our starting pitching. I mean,
Yeah, our
that's-
strength is it's definitely our starting pitching.
I mean, with Garrett Cole leading the show here, I
Mhm.
mean, you can't go wrong. Best, like you said, best starting pitching
Yeah.
rotation in baseball. I
No.
mean, that is a key component, and it's just up to our bats really
is.
to come alive. Hopefully, we could bring in, a Kyle Tucker or a Bo Bichette.
Yeah,
I think
you
we'd be
see
in
that
good
that's
shape.
the thing. Like a season, especially after last season. This is why I wish we lived back in the 90s and stuff, because they just won all the time.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, they had their years obviously kind of like this where they just didn't win, but they go to the World Series last year. You lose. That's fine. Your best player, arguably last year in the postseason, Juan Soto, you let leave. You just let leave.
Yeah.
This year, we missed the World. We don't go to the World Series. We get eliminated in the playoffs. This offseason is one of the most important off seasons that the Yankees have had in a while.
Yeah.
Because this is like whether I'll take this team serious.
Yeah.
Because you still have guys that you have to re-sign on top of adding to the team. Like Bellinger, you must re-sign.
Has to happen.
Williams, you must re-sign because your bullpen's already shaky. These guys you got to resign, and then you got to sign guys. Like you have to sign guys this year. Trade for people. This is just not the Yankees that our parents are, like the people our parents, our grandparents grew up watching. These are the management is just so sad. Like in a million years, would I ever think one of our best players would leave the Yankees to go to the Mets after being in the World Series?
Yeah. Like, dude, don't you want greatness? Like,
I know.
You don't want to win a chip?
Like imagine Juan Soto next to Aaron Judge this
Yeah.
this postseason. It just changes the game.
100%.
Changes it.
And I would even argue that we pivoted well.
We did. We pivoted really well.
Pivoted really well, and we couldn't get it done, which is so disappointing and a complete and utter failure. The
And unacceptable.
2025 Yankees, unacceptable.
Unacceptable performance. It was. It
There's
really
got to
was.
be big adjustments, and that's the bottom line.
big adjustments, man.
Got to
now-
spend money this offseason. We don't want Trent Grisham. We don't want Anthony Volpe.
No, I don't. They're not part of the winning culture.
We're done believing in Volpe.
I have Wells one more year. I give him. But yeah, with that being said, I think the one last thing I just wanna touch on before we end the show is no, we'll get rid of out of the Yankees. Just one quick little thing that we saw because we're Knicks fans, so we're job to report the Knicks news. The Knicks had a chance to trade for Giannis this offseason. Yeah, that was the only team Giannis wanted to go to.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's a guy I really wanted. Obviously he's a top 3 player in basketball, but other than that, I think he would. Like I said, I don't think the Knicks could win a championship with Karl Anthony Towns, and that's a guy you would have had to probably trade for Giannis.
Yeah.
Which I mean, you would have to trade a lot to get Giannis, a lot more than just
More than
Karl Anthony Towns. But yeah, we'll get into that maybe next episode because I think that'll be more
Yeah.
of a Knicks episode. But
You guys can look forward to some Knicks coverage.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll talk some Knicks basketball. They take on the Cavs opening night.
yeah,
You know, we just gotta pray and hope the Knicks can dominate the East. And yeah, we'll definitely get into some Knicks basketball next episode.
yeah. So I think that's going to do it for tonight's episode. I'm Eddie here with Jack. It was a good episode, and we will see you on the next time on the Jack and Eddie Show.